On August 28, 2016, my mother found my nephew Jonathan non-responsive in his bedroom. Paramedics were unable to revive him. He'd been using cocaine, but unknown to him, the cocaine he used that evening was just powder with fentanyl in it. He was 23, about to graduate from college. In January 2017, my nephew James showed up at my house. The county had discharged him from Twin Towers. He had refused to recommend a treatment of continuing at an inpatient facility. So we put together an outpatient program for him. On February 20th, 2017, I came home and found him non-responsive in his bed. I couldn't revive him, neither could the paramedics. It was the worst moment in my life. He was only 20 years old. He died from a massive overdose of fentanyl. And those who know me know that I'm no stranger to personal adversity. Yet, I still enjoy life and my life is good. One question I get from some people, especially after my nephew's death, is, why, with all that's happened, do you persist in believing in God? My pat response is, because it works. Discussing God's existence with a doubter is like discussing politics with someone who's of the opposite political ilk of you. It's usually pointless. I'm not out to convince anyone that my personal belief in God is right, and I understand why some people doubt. On reviewing today's reading of Deuteronomy, I find some of it a bit troubling. In chapters 14 and 15, God enjoins upon the Israelites certain lengthy instructions. Some are quite lofty, like providing for the poor and the needy. The troubling part is that repetitious refrain that God will bless you only if you take care to keep all this instruction that I enjoin upon you this day. So what if you adhere to all the instructions and bad things happen to you? Is that God's blessing? Does it mean there's no God? My nephews were raised Sephardic Orthodox. Their first language was Hebrew. They kept kosher. Why did they die young, not even survive in their 20s, and I'm still living at almost 63 years old? They were certainly more observant than I. Do their deaths mean I should not believe in God? I don't think so. I don't like to explain or justify my belief in God. It's personal, and it's something that I don't usually talk about. But I'll share with you one of my secrets for maintaining my belief in God. I don't take the Torah literally. For example, in Deuteronomy chapter 14, verses 24 through 26, the instruction is, if you live far from the place of the Lord, meaning far from the temple, instead of bringing animals for sacrifice to God, you can sell them, bring the money, spend it on anything you want, including wine or other intoxicant, and you shall feast there at the temple. So does this mean if you live far from Big Shuba, you can show up with a glass of Chardonnay and an 8-ball? But Rabbi,
we'll take the cash.
now there's a bias interruptus, a lot of that goes on. Rabbi, the Torah says, wine, intoxicants. I live far away. I don't look to the Torah for God's existence. Anything written can be picked apart. For me, the issue is not whether God exists or whether I should believe in God. The salient issue is my existence, and do I believe in myself and my self-worth? I'm the one that has to live on this earth, not God. My dear nephews are gone. I miss them so much. I can't bring them back, and it's very, very painful. Yet, I can live a good life by being good to the people around me. I don't have to turn my pain into misery and spread it to others. And I can't be good to others unless I'm okay in the head. And I stay okay by believing in God as my higher power. It's simple, it's classic AA. I try to do the next indicated right thing by adhering to the principles at hand. When I've done all I can, I turn it over to God and say, the results are in your hands. If I don't do that, I'll continually future trip, get mired in the what ifs and fear sets in, I'll get emotionally exhausted and accomplish nothing. Or even worse, if I've made a mistake, I'll get mired in the muck of rearranging the past. My belief in God is purely utilitarian. It works when I do what I'm supposed to do and stay out of contemplating the results of my efforts. Results are for God. My experience has taught me that I have to believe in something, and I just choose to believe in something that works for me. You know, I never thought I could chant Torah trope, and I want to thank Cantor Shira for teaching me Torah. And thank you, Rabbi Andy. I love studying the Torah, and thank you for teaching me how to make the Torah say what I want it to say. And as always, thank you, Rabbi Mark and Harriet. And for the new residents who were welcomed in last night, I'll just repeat what Rabbi Mark said to me back in 2004. Suspend your disbelief for 90 days and work with us. If your life isn't better, we'll refund your misery and you can go on your way.